Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Vanguard Tactics. I'm Stephen Box, and today I'm joined with
me,
Joe
Coles.
Coles. And as obviously you guys well know, if you're into Warhammer 40k, then you're in the right place as we answer your questions Monday to Friday now for 20 minutes to answer all your 40k related questions. So if you're getting back into the hobby, you want to know what's hot, then ask us those questions. If you're a current player and you want to know how you need to take your game to that next level, then you're also in the right place. And we support all levels of the game, but we do take a little bit more of a competitive mindset, so to speak, and it's our mission to help people go from being club players to good tournament players, so anywhere in that journey. We've got some new releases. Obviously, 9th edition's on the way. Engine War is coming out. Pre-orders go out this weekend. And also, you've got, we've already spoke about AdMech on Monday. We spoke about the 9th edition stuff yesterday. I'm not sure if we've covered Chaos Knights yet, but we're going to cover Imperial Knights today as those sort of releases from GW have just come out. Then the other thing is as well, the other day we had some releases. Now we've got basically Imperial Knights in Engine War go from page 54 to pages 63, so we're going to have a little look at that. We've got the Strike of the Lance, Imperial Knights, 56 or page 54 to page 56. There's going to be some artworks and some lore. We've then got name generators, so if you want a good name, then there you go, let us know what you're going to use. Then Joe will spend all day generating names. I know it. I know it. It's what's going to happen. Then we've got Imperial Knight stratagems, so more stratagems for the Knights, which we've got some little releases of today. We're going to talk over. We've got household traditions. Now, household traditions. What did we say they were?
Did we say custom traits?
Could be, yeah.
Or like extra bonuses for the current houses.
Yeah, I think they're going to be like a custom house.
Yeah.
Because you get households, don't you? So I think traditions, you're going to pick a couple of traditions maybe, and that's what you're going to get, so you can custom build your own house. Then we've got Questor Allegiance Oaths. Now, oaths were brought out in terms of pre-game stratagems for Chaos Knights, where basically like one of the oaths meant that you ignored modifiers to hit and stuff. So I think we're going to see some new oaths that knights can take, or maybe if you're a pure knight, maybe you get to select an oath or randomly determine an oath for your army. So we could see something like that. Then we've also got then more warlord traits as well, which obviously helps the knights a little bit because you can make all of those knights characters. Hello to everybody in the chat. Yep. Cool.
I'll say that the current warlord traits are a bit like auto include, aren't they? You've got two that everyone takes, which is the Iron Bulwark, and the other one.
The other one everyone takes. The other one
you just take Iron Bulwark, to be honest.
So you've got the one that gives you +2 move.
Oh, Landstrider.
Yeah.
So you just take those two, and you just don't really bother.
The other one's not bad, where you basically get a free reroll, I think, and a CP, something like that's not bad. But anyway, so what have we got? Pre-releases.
So
then we'll answer your questions.
Right then. So we've got a new stratagem called for one command point. It's called Thin Their Ranks.
Thin Their Ranks.
Yeah. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase when an Armiger Helverin model from your army is chosen to shoot with. Until the end of the phase, the Armiger autocannons that model is equipped with make 6 attacks when targeting a unit that contains 6 or more models rather than 2d3. You're never going to see a 6-man unit of aggressors ever again.
Well, they are strength 7 -1 flat 3 damage, aren't they? And are they 2d3 shots each?
2d3 is 2d3 shots per gun, so you fire 4d3 per one. So that's.
So do you pick one gun or is it both guns?
Just says surveys Armiger autocannons that model is equipped with. So both of the guns.
Autocannons, plural?
Yep.
Okay. It's 12 straight shots then.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. That's good for 1 CP. Love that. Yeah. What else?
Then 1 CP, the Belligerent Machine Spirit.
Okay.
Use this stratagem in your shooting phase when a Knight Warden model from your army is chosen to shoot with. Until the end of the phase, the range of that model's Avenger Gatling cannon is changed to 8 inches. And when resolving an attack made with it, do not make a hit roll. It automatically scores a hit.
Nice, you basically get Flamer. Your Avenger cannon, which is 12 shots, become a Flamer. If you went for Endless Fury, you'd get 14, but then you would lose Exploding Sixes. Yeah. So,
and there's no, like the previous one, there's no like restrictions on how big the unit can be either.
Okay, nice.
So, and if we say that these kind of things can shoot in combat as well.
Is that shooting or Overwatch, or just shooting?
In your shooting phase.
Okay, so not Overwatch then.
Not
okay,
Overwatch,
cool.
Yeah.
Right, nice.
And then you've got 1 CP Trophy Claim. Use this stratagem when an enemy Titanic model is destroyed as a result of an attack made with a melee weapon by an Imperial Knights model from your army. Till the end of the battle, add 1 to the attacks characteristic of that Imperial Knights model.
Yeah, I mean, quite situational. I don't think that's going to come up much.
It could be cool if like your Gallant just flies in and annihilates
another knight.
But
it's situational, right? We don't see knights all of the time. Maybe we'll see a little bit more after this because we don't know what the new meta is going to be like with 9th edition and also Engine War coming out.
With the push to kind of mono armies, like we could see a lot of them, really.
Yeah.
Household traditions. As with their dark traitorous brethren, the Imperial Knights now also give you an option to create your own knightly household.
Right, okay. And that's what we were talking about, was it? Your traditions, yeah?
So like the new chapter tactics, you choose 2 things.
It's like we predicted it.
Yeah. You choose 2.
Yeah.
One of the examples I give, whilst the model with this tradition is within 1 inch of enemy units that contain 11 or more models.
Ooh, could be a hint there, guys, for what constitutes as a horde unit.
Yeah.
Could be 11 or more.
11 or more. Increase its attack characteristic by 1.
Okay.
That's quite good with that claim the doodah. Because if your Gallant goes in, kills a knight.
Yes.
Oh, it's 11 or more models, so it won't really matter unless they're souping. Ignore me. Carry on. Storm Riders. Add 1 to
Any more comments like that, Joe? You're getting the sack, okay?
Alright. Add 1 to the move characteristics of a model with this tradition.
Okay.
And always use the top row of its damage table when determining its move characteristic, regardless to how many wounds it has left.
Is that called Mr. Speedy?
No, it's Storm Striders.
Mr. Speedy, I think, would have been better.
That would be quite good alongside
Landstrider. Absolutely, plus 3 inches to that move. And I think there's
and he affects all your other knights within 6, doesn't he?
Yeah. So the other thing what we can get is as well. You could potentially take a what are they called? I can't think of the word now. Where you've got a plus and a negative. Like you've got to pick one rogue, is it? Something like that, a rogue knight. Freeblade. Oh, there we go, Steve. Thanks, Joe.
But Freeblades don't get the benefit of knightly households. So.
Do they not? Do they lose that? Because I didn't think the Chaos ones did. I don't think the Chaos ones lost it. But maybe Imperial Knights do.
But they don't really. But the Chaos ones, I haven't read up to it much, at the moment, don't have households. We
need to get fresh with this content, guys. So we're going to do a good review of the... we'll have a good review of all the Knight stuff when Engine War probably comes out. This is obviously just stuff we're spitballing about. Brian's luckily in the chat and he knows Knights, so... Yeah. We'll see. Brian said. Let's move that out of the way. Freeblade. There we go, Brian. See? Brian knows. Let's have a little look at Freeblades here. Because we don't often look at Freeblades.
No. Whilst you're looking for that, they've now got...
Yeah, they lose the household trait, Brian said.
And there's the new Choose Your Allegiance. So you either choose Imperium or Mechanicum.
Yeah.
So this is for the Questor Mechanicus boys.
Right.
So basically this is a bonus for running pure.
Is it?
So if you're pure Mechanicum, this is the bonus you get. The start of your turn, a model with this Questor Allegiance oath regains 1 lost wound.
Okay, right, yeah.
Not awful.
Yeah.
And then each allegiance also has 3 new warlord traits as well.
Nice. Yeah.
If you're pledged to the Imperium, you get this one. This warlord can perform a heroic intervention if there are any enemy units within 6 inches instead of 3, and you get to heroically intervene 6 instead of 3 as well.
Yeah. Well, that would make sense.
Would you be able to pair that up with the stratagem that allows you to Overwatch?
Well,
so you could Overwatch for your buddy and then heroically intervene.
Well, you could do that, yeah.
Yeah, so you could double that up. So one guy Overwatches, comes in, the other guy just piles in anyway.
Could do that, yeah. Some defensive tactics, yeah.
Bit old punchy.
Sounds good. Is that it?
That's it, and then it just says about when it's going on pre-order.
Nice. I think there's some nice little things there, yeah. Canis Rex is the best of them, but there's so much else going for him. Yeah, 9th edition, here we come. Right, so what questions do we have? No, so I'm liking the sound of that. JW said not too impressed with the knight stuff yet. I own 1 Chaos Knight only, but still okay. Yeah, I didn't think the Chaos Knights preview was incredible. So I think they're certainly going to get more as time comes out. So yeah, they don't always release the best stuff in the previews. No. They leave it for the. It's not like one of those dodgy films. They always release the good stuff in the trailer, and you're like, oh, I actually wish I didn't watch the film now because the trailer was better. GW tend to leave the best stuff for the book. Yeah. So yeah. Mo G4I. Hi Stephen. Any advice for taking your Blood Angel list up against Salamanders? Well, it completely depends on the Salamanders build. What is a Salamanders build? Are we talking aggressors? Are we talking assault centurions? Are we talking dreadnoughts? Are we talking predators? I mean, what is the Salamanders build? Because if it's just a pure Salamanders where they reroll a hit, reroll a wound, well, it's no different to taking on any other Marine. And Blood Angels kill Marines very, very well. I would just constantly use terrain. I would charge outside of that. If they have got loads of flamers, then that is probably the one and only time I may consider taking the relic to ignore Overwatch. But apart from that, if there's loads of terrain, I'd be making lots of charges from behind line of sight blocking, and you just kill everything. Fight twice with those Death Company, get in amongst it, and with the Sangrery Guard and Death Company, you're going to pick up everyone. Yeah,
Salamanders do have a strat to watch out for, and it's the one that if you pick a unit within 12 of the unit being charged, and that unit gets to Overwatch as well.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you're out of line of sight of both of those units.
Yeah. Or if you are taking a character with the Overwatch, just tag both units, and then that solves that issue because neither can Overwatch him. But that's all I would do is literally make sure you're charging out of line of sight. Really, same for most charges. I would say when you're facing good Overwatch, but Overwatch may be changing in night, so it might be less impactful going forward. Greg Win 47. Evening. Do you think there is any issues playing a Space Marine army the wrong colour in tournaments? I.e., are you painting red for Blood Angels being run as Ultramarines or Raven Guard? So I think if you're talking the most competitive tournaments, probably won't matter. No. If you're running Games Workshop events, they have been known to say if you're using like Imperial Fists as you had this issue, didn't you?
Yeah, so GW's current event pack says that if it is yellow and has Imperial Fist iconography, it has to be an Imperial Fist.
Yeah.
If it is yellow and doesn't have any Imperial Fist iconography and no other iconography for another chapter, you can use it as whatever you want.
As a custom chapter, though.
As a custom chapter.
You couldn't run it as Ultramarines, though. And
you
take a yellow Calgar.
If it was yellow, but with no special characters in it, you could run it as an Ultramarine successor.
Exactly, as a successor,
As a successor, but you can't take a yellow Calgar. He has to be blue. He has to be painted as what he's supposed to be.
So it depends if you're going to GW events or you're going to, local, like your friendly local gaming store. They might have their own thing anyway. But yeah.
But I think the best thing you can do really is just paint the army the colour you want it to be. But just don't put any icons on it for any of the existing chapters.
And then just run them as successors and you're fine. Yeah, absolutely. And remember, like your Forge World, if you're taking any Forge World characters, they can be from whatever successor you want.
Yeah, you can
so you can use a bit of flavour from that.
Yeah, because you could take a Minotaur's army with Moloch and then run them as Ultramarine.
Yeah, and they could be red. Yeah. Or you could do like red with like a gold shoulder pad or something. Yeah. Rizal said, "I'm a Hawkshroud player. Do you see anything that's going to be good for them, or are they meh competitively?" It's too early to say that yet. I mean, Hawkshroud were never that competitive anyway from the get-go. You know, it was normally Crest or Tyrannus was the two ways you see it, and probably Tyrannus takes it because you get the 18% survivability for your Feel No Pain on a 6+, and also you can stand up again, which is absolutely game-breaking in certain situations.
We haven't seen any stratagems yet, or warlord traits. They might actually give them something that you're kind of like, well, this is an auto-include. I have to take this.
Maybe,
so, yeah. But we don't know. We don't know yet.
Yeah. Serena said, do you guys think more Primaris models come out cooler the OG Marines get? Do you guys think the more Primaris models come out, the cooler the OG?
The original Marines get?
No.
No, because I
absolutely not.
As a little side project, started a White Scars army, painted a couple of the old school, like, assault Marines, stood next to an intercessor, and I was like, these are terrible.
Yeah.
I just gonna run pure Primaris stuff now.
Like, my whole Blood Angel army is converted. All my Death Company are actually Reavers with jump packs on, because they just look cooler. And all my captains and characters are either Phobos characters that have been converted. So this guy is my lieutenant with jump pack, but as you'll see, he is just the Phobos dude. He's got his little jump pack wings on. So I use him as a regular lieutenant with a jump pack. I would love it if Games Workshop brought out a lieutenant with a jump pack. I would really like that.
People won't really mind you using Primaris stuff as a standard Marine. Like, I've got the Space Wolves Battle Leader.
Yeah.
I've got the Space Wolves Battle Leader. I've given him a jump pack and a massive eviscerator for the Teeth of Terror. And I just run him as a normal Space Marine captain. Yeah. But he fits in with the Primaris.
Like, this is my Tech Marine. I know you can't see him very well, guys, but it's my Tech Marine. He's actually an intercessor body. And then I've just put all the Tech Marine gubbins on him. So
and it's a good way of future-proofing the army as well, in case they do start bringing out these things and they send off the old school Marines.
JW said, "Oh yeah, now I've got even more reason to run 5 aggressors, not the potential transport them in a repulsor." Yeah, they got some duality there. Yeah,
and they're saying about the new rules for outflanking and stuff. So like putting those aggressors on the side of the board. So there's no real need for the repulsors anymore, unless you just want the firepower.
Yep. Nick said, "What is the best way to work around Death Guard Revolting Stench on the charge?" I'll be honest, I've got no clue what that even is.
Is that the mortal wounds bubble?
Maybe.
That Morty gives.
You can't really get around it. You're just going to have to, unfortunately, suck it up.
Or just string your models out, I guess. And then, so have your character far back, string the unit out, and then take the guys from the middle, so the unit still gets the buff.
And depending on maybe what the range is, I
think it's 7 inches.
Okay.
So
yeah, there are just some things you just have to take on the chin. There's no point trying to proxy or change your army just for that.
No.
Take it on the chin. You can't mitigate every bad situation
unless you play against this guy and he's the only person you play against and he only has that army.
But then you're just list tailoring.
Yeah.
It's not building a balanced, well-rounded list, is it? So I don't think you should ever tailor for your friends.
No. Why?
You're always tailoring against me.
I was going to list tailor against your Harlequins.
Yeah.
But
we won't talk about that anymore. Shh.
Yeah.
Shh. No spoilers.
He keeps beating everyone, so we're just going to do him over.
No spoilers.
With special lists built especially for him.
No spoilers.
Yeah.
So Jack said, "Mr. Box, should I keep building my first army or wait for 9th edition?" Jack, this is your prime opportunity to get your army ready. Okay, get about 2,500 points ready to go on the table. Okay, Then, as soon as 9th drops, you're ready to go. Otherwise, you're going to be there for weeks and weeks, still not knowing what's best. The best way you're going to learn, Jack, is by getting your army done and playing games. Getting to an event. Go to an event and just get, even if you lose every game, it doesn't matter. Like, you just go and make a friend. Like, that's goal number 1 of a tournament, make a friend. And the repetitions are what's going to help you, you know, really build a solid foundation to that army.
And like when 9th edition drops, you want to be able to throw down a really crisp, nice looking army.
Crisp.
You don't want to be like turning up with your half painted models, and then everyone else has got these really sexy armies.
So it doesn't matter if it's suboptimal. Jack, use this time efficiently, and I want to see it, Jack. Yeah. I don't want to hear your excuses, Jack.
I went on furlough, and in my first week, I did nothing but paint Drakari. I got 1,000 points of Drakari done, and then 2,000 points of Craft World Elder. Just smashed it out.
I mean, I did a whole Grey Knight army in under 24 hours.
Yeah, but mine looks good.
You say my Grey Knights don't? My Grey Knights look sick.
They're silver.
And people in the chat know it. There's no excuse. Get it done.
Yeah.
Get it done, Jack. I don't want to hear that. I don't think his Drakari actually look that good.
That's good. They've all seen my Drakari and they think it's lovely.
One person did.
He's a man of taste.
No, don't think so. Pac-Man 184 had the worst game of my life yesterday. How does Blood Angel handle Twin Iron Warrior, Corn Load of Skulls in Magnus? Can't wrap anything, can't guarantee a kill with the Death Company, can't play the range game, etc.
Does he have that really annoying relic where it explodes and explodes and explodes? Probably.
Look, that is a hard matchup for you. That's a hard matchup for any Blood Angel player. All right. All you can do is play the mission. That's all you can do.
Just switch to hold missions, stuff that doesn't mean you have to commit, and then just hide. Absolutely. It's a really boring game.
Really boring game.
But if you win by a point,
you win.
You win.
And now, worst, I wouldn't use the term worst unless you're. I've never had my worst game, my worst games of 40k have only ever been against horrible people.
Yeah, I played against a guy who was running 3 Lord of Skulls with the Disco Lord, the Master of Possession, and the Corn Herald that has the crown.
Yeah.
So they've got exploding 6s to hit, exploding 6s to wound, doing ridiculous amount of shots. I spent most of the game hiding, but my opponent was a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And I remember he did really, really well at the Bournemouth GT. And so I kind of knew what I was expecting, but he was just really pleasant to play against.
Yeah.
And even
it's
though
a learning experience.
Yeah, his army was disgusting, and he smashed me. But I had a good time, and I learned how to fight it.
And you're used to that anyway, aren't you?
Yeah, that's my week, just being smashed by Steve on the tabletop.
By the way, guys, I have got a very dry sense of humour, and you'll pick up on mine in Joe's banterous relationship. So don't worry.
If it looks like I've been crying,
he probably has. Yeah, but it's fine. He's okay. Yeah. It's all right. Don't you worry. Anyway, so what have we got next? We'll wrap this up in the next couple of minutes because you've got to shoot off, haven't you?
Yeah.
Ryan said, with the new to hit modifiers being capped at -1, does this kill the Solitaire Hidden Knives combo? Yes, it kills that. And Joe, you can back me up here. How long have we been having this argument for? Joe is like, oh, I love the Hidden Knives. And I'm like, no, Joe, it's a gimmick. It's too situational. It requires you to successfully pass 2 psychic powers and also spend 2 CPs on the guy. That's probably also got to spend another CP to take that extra relic. So that's a 3 CP stratagem or 3 CPs alone just to get that to do, plus 2 powers, which you'll probably CP reroll. So that's now 4 CPs just to kill a unit, which you would have probably already killed anyway. Yeah, so it's a gimmick. It's fine. It doesn't impact the army.
I won so many games off the back of that guy.
Yeah, because it was a gimmick and the person didn't know what they were doing.
I played five games in that tournament and he smashed. But the thing is that now...
Yeah, but you'd have probably won those games anyway.
The thing is that he's still -1. And so it's going off in 1s and 2s.
Yeah.
So you kind of aim... Because our idea is that defensive minuses only go to the +or -1.
Yeah.
But if you still get +or -1 for having like a power fist, just aim for those guys. Aim for the guys who are natively -1.
Yes, I'd
to
rather
hit
just
stuff.
take Gorchas Road and just rinse through him on the turn I
It's
charge.
funny when you run into orcs and they're like,
Yeah,
we're all
but they're
dead.
not -1 to hit then, are they?
They'll still be -1 to hit with the
But not
ability.
because they ain't got power fists.
But they'll die. It'll be funny. It's not. It's fun to play with, but it's not efficient.
It's a gimmicky trick, right? But there are better relics to take than that one, and there's 2 other relics, 3 other relics I would take time and time again over that one.
The Star Mist Remnant for the ignoring Overwatch is well worth it. But you take that on something like a Troop Master and then spend the CP to give and then give the Rose to the Solitaire and then spend the CP so he ignores Overwatch.
But that's only if you take him from a certain mask, and you probably don't want to do that because then you lose so many buffs from doing that.
What if you ran a unbound detachment of Harlequins? So you just like a Supreme Command detachment.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You lose all your mask benefits, and also he's better off. The best mask to take the Solitaire as is the one where you spend 2 CPs and he fights again, which is you don't want to. And it's 2 CPs to ignore Overwatch as well, not 1. It's quite a big spend. You're better off just using cover better. You know, like I always go back to, play the consistent game. Play the game that's going to consistently win you matches rather than gimmicks.
Yeah,
okay.
Your best bet with him is the Rose, and I will concede that the Rose is the best one. And then it took me ages to learn how to use him efficiently. Yeah,
because you'd throw him away.
I just torpedo him in, wreck face, and then he'd die. Yeah. But what I learned to do is hold him back for like 1 or 2 turns as like a threat lurking in the deployment zone, because your opponent doesn't want to come in. Yeah. Because he'll be like, he's going to come out and he's going to do me one. But you hold him back as a deterrent. Then you've already created holes in your opponent's army. You wait for them to make a mistake and then just slam him in where he's going to do the most amount of damage. Yeah.
So, a couple of quick things before we wrap up. Joe said, what is the state of Deathwatch? Well, they're probably going to get a new codex soon. It was released the other day. I'm so confused these days with what can have what and what can't. Are they mediocre? Are they elite? I actually still think they're pretty good.
I think they didn't need any more bonuses than what they got in White Dwarf. They got exactly what they needed to become good. Like the Assault Bolters with the 2 CP auto hit, that can get proper scary.
Yeah, Jose said, I wish this was bigger here in South Texas. I'll start a wargaming house box. I need some business startup tips to make a community in my small hick town. Well, honestly, look, the Academy is full of people that, if you want any help like that, then join the Academy. We can certainly help start to build you a community. And also, you're going to feel like you're part of our community anyway. You'll get to meet loads of the guys when you go to events. So if you do travel a little bit, there will be people that you already know. And also, we have daily lessons in the Academy where you're going to feel like you're playing 40k. So that's what it's all about. We've got, for example, List of the Week on a Monday where we analyse a hot list. We go over how it works, why it works. We then get you to actually think about come up with a game plan, a written game plan. Great, we've gone offline. We're hopefully back. You have to come up with a written game plan in order to do that. There's loads of other things that we've got then, like pick your secondaries on a Tuesday, training night on a Wednesday, quiz the coach on a Thursday, Friday's hobby night, Saturday's list lab where we get you to really think about your list and help you, structure and create that. And then Sunday's accountability day to help you get stuff done. Yeah. And on that note, we're going to leave that there and we'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock for another live with Steve and maybe Joe.
Probably.
Are you here tomorrow, Joe?
Yes, I'll be here.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah. Anyway, take care, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.